Hello survivors, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing with the Hound Master and his brand new legendary weapon. We are playing on the alpha on PC. This patch is live on PS5 and Xbox. I do not have an expected date for it to be on live on PC. However, the alpha is free for anyone to join. All you have to do is go into Steam, right click on Soulstone Survivors, go to properties, betas, and opt in for the alpha. It's that easy. All your saves, everything is going to transfer to live when it occurs. You do not have to leave the alpha branch ever. You can just stay on it. When it goes to live, you automatically move to live, and when there's a new alpha or anything like that, you'll automatically get the alpha updates and things like that. But anyway, for today we're going to be playing on his brand new weapon. It is called the Vulcan's Hell. It actually has insane stats. We got 126% critical damage. We got 63 cast frequency, movement speed, and multicast. And I thought that was critical strike chance, so I'm actually going to change my rune setup over here. We were going to run critical mastery, but we actually do not need it this time. We'll just run multicast mastery. I thought that was critical strike chance, so we're going to change it to be critical damage, but we didn't need it to be there. So let's see what we can get going with Sigil of Wickedness with a nice legendary weapon. We do have our dogs as well with Feral Awakening, which gives us damage, cast frequency, critical strike chance, and movement speed. And I just remembered instead of that we actually need something else, because these skills actually perform 1,000 times better with a specific rune, and that is with the advanced tactics. So if you're not running advanced tactics on your characters, now is the best time to do it. You need to have the machinist unlocked as you receive it from the machinist skill tree, and then you need to beat Midorak to get yourself brittle to colossal, and it's probably one of the strongest passives in the game, because it's just ridiculously powerful, having a full screen of lava, let's say, or whatever skill you're using. Every skill in the game will benefit from having insane amounts of area of effect. So essentially that's what we do. Okay, we just want to get a couple of levels, and today we're going to be playing a 3 fire, 3 projectile skills, and we're going to focus on increasing the amount of burn stacks that we have, and we can also just do the amount of burn damage we do as well. So the projectiles we're looking for, we can go spread shot, but I think actually spread shot's not that bad with a 0.6 second, so we'll just grab it. I was going to do frag shots, but spread shot works just as well. Just make sure that the bombs land on the enemies or the lava, so it can deal the damage based on the amount of burn stacks on that enemy. And then the more we feed our doggos, the stronger they get as well. Okay, there's still one more enemy somewhere. There we go. Found you. Okay, we do need the burns on hit though to apply that juicy damage. Now, I haven't actually tried to build with this Hound Master weapon just yet, but I got an inkling of how it can work. So we got our burn on hit, we got our first or second projectile skill, which is Storm of Arrows, to assist us with hitting all the enemies around us with burn. Oh, do you know what? There's actually a brand new passive as well, so we're going to do Midorak quite a few times today. In case you also didn't know, the Hound Master's dogs have special actives, or not even actives, like they have a special hidden passive, and this dog, the brand new one, actually gives you shattered on hit. So you'll notice a blue icon on the enemies that is shattered, which we otherwise wouldn't have. I mean, we've got no skill to apply shattered or anything like that. It doesn't mention shattered anywhere. It's just something that we get that's extra that you don't know about, a little bit of a hidden passive. Okay, we do need to focus our abilities though, because it is the way that they work. So originally we wanted frag shot. Instead of spread shot, we can actually use both of them. So that's 3 And the last thing we're looking for is going to be a flamethrower. So let's just re-roll a couple of times, and there we go. So those are the skills we're looking for. Flamethrower, obviously one of the best skills to apply debuffs or negative effects or burn, in this case, onto the enemy. So they should get all those stacks put on them relatively quickly now. And we do run synergetics, so now we will probably land up seeing quite a few fire to a projectile or projectile to fire. We will look at multicast for fire to projectile, but damage and other things like that will probably only be towards the fire side of it, so projectile to fire and not the other way around. But we'll see. Okay, damage we don't need, so we're going to actually banish it. Critical strike damage. Our stats, we do, oh my goodness, 600 and something odd critical damage. How? Oh, we've got aptitude. That's how. Alright, multicast chance is good. More cast frequency on everything. Banish that. Get some armor. So here we go. Here's a good example. So we can get the critical strike chance on fire, which is good. Magnetic and cast frequency. We actually need a more crits, but I'll show you what we can do before we get the area of effect from Midorak. If our damage turns out to be okay without getting the area of effect first, then we will do this little bit of a broken... Oh, okay, that's even better. We get double Midorak this game. Because we got a goblin. Perfect. That's like the best thing that could have happened to us. Because we needed Midorak twice in a row. Alright, increase HP. We don't need the area of effect. We don't need damage either. So grab that. Grab Merciless. Area of effect of Lava Hell is actually pretty good here, but the critical strike chance is even better, since we do have so much critical damage. Just trying to concentrate here.
Another fragment. Keep hunting, boys.
Let's see, we only need 4 more. But here we go for... So this, everything is physical except for the flamethrower. So this is very, very strong. We also get a projectile to fire, which is amazing. We can get, obviously, damage, which we will be looking at getting as well. Not for Playz Hound shot, though. Let's get the laugh, increase that. Cast frequency for everything. Remember, we do also want critical strike chance, which we're actually not getting, surprisingly. I'm going to take one area of effect upgrade because it does actually make a big difference. And we're actually on 108% critical strike chance already on the skills. So they should be dealing quite a decent chunk of damage. Hopefully we can get a burn on crit, since we've got so much critical strike chance now. But we'll see what the game gives us.
Keep shooting.
Okay, here's our final. Remember, this is on +5, so enemies are extremely tanky. So the fact that this can defeat things already is absolutely amazing. Oh, right. I remember what skill I was supposed to use. Okay, I need to go into... I just remembered. There's no rush for the skill, though, because everything that we gain, like cast frequency and all, that's going to affect it regardless. And I don't believe the skill has its own cast frequency upgrade as a... It must have one. Okay, we're going to turn skills back on though. I need to get that skill. Because it is a very good defensive skill in this case, and it is a projectile, so it's going to make a big difference. Okay. We need to skip that. We can banish there. Movement speed's good here. Aptitude to prowess is very good. I like that as well. It doesn't matter about the skill just yet.
Let's see if Titans bleed the same as their friends.
Sure which one to drop just yet. Yeah, I mean, this boss is awesome because of the stats you get from him. But the fact that you have to keep dodging all these poisons. Okay, let's just do this quickly. Just so we can actually survive, because dodging the poison is very dangerous for us right now, as you can see. Alright. We had to drop the visibility there, otherwise we were going to land up having a very unfun time. Multicast increases is good. So this is it. Increase your critical strike chance of your skill types fire per stack or burn on the target. So we are going to land up using this quite well, but before that we are of course going for brittle to colossal. Because, you know, who doesn't want to have massive lava howls all over the place? We don't even have a lot of magnetic over here. That's actually really, really bad for us. Damage. Let's see if we can find the skill I was looking for. Ah, there it is. So we actually get fragility using this, and we stun all enemies in the area. So it's got a lower cooldown than frag shot. We do lose a bit of dazed and aptitude, but we get more than enough from a 0.4 second cooldown one over there. So we're going to drop frag shot. This was the idea, or the idea was to use frag shot, but I forgot about spread shot, so that works out just as fine. Movement speed, again, we're just probably going to be looking for, there was a magnetic there, that's what I was looking for, but didn't really get the chance to pick it up. So we do want a couple of magnetics, but I mean, I guess we don't really, we'll just pick them up if they're green. Let's just pick up everything over here as is. It's a whatever situation, really. Okay, prowess to resilience is actually very good. I was going to okay, we don't need that. We don't want fire to projectile. Oh, do you know what? It actually can be good. No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Fire to projectile could be really good here. Damage increase for those we don't need. Go there. Area of effect we probably won't need anymore either. Don't need the damage for camos. Area of effect we'll probably won't need either. Damage for powerful strikes we don't need because we've got the damage from from the legendaries. Critical strike chance increase, multicast increase over there. Let's keep going. So we would go fragility to to finesse. Oh, sorry, fragility to radiance, radiance to multicast, but that just costs way too much right now in terms of bosses. So instead we can go shattered and exposed, and we're also going to get that fire critical strike chance one. So we're doing Midorak a second time now, and we go for that. Go for cast frequency. Damage on the howl is good. I don't think we need more critical strike chance, so we'll go for some defenses. We can go a bit of crit on those though. Increase damage or burn, what the heck. They keep showing up, we might as well take one. Alright, so the whole point of the golden, the loot goblin, sorry, is that we now get the opportunity to make it, yes, perfection. Alright, let's turn down the visuals a bit. As you can see, it's going to be impossible to see anything.
More friends. Assholes right now.
And one of the best parts is you'll see most of the enemies aren't moving, and that's because of Camel's arrow. It has a stun, and therefore nothing can move. The only thing that can move is a couple of elites and the bosses. So it's a really, really fun little build to try and use. And obviously, because we've got so much burn, we do so much more damage. And we don't really have to focus too much on the bosses because we've got so much area of effect. Obviously, I will do that because why not? But okay, damage increase, perfect. More burn. Fire to projectile, let's go.
One step
Perfect.
closer to the type.
Oh, there's another 3 that just spawned right here again. Beautiful. Okay, we need the cast frequency, we need movement speed. Because we are getting hit by area of effect attacks.
Fragments mine. Keep shooting.
Level up our doggos. Got them to level 5. Insane amounts of increased stats for them. They're going to drop down to level 4, unfortunately, because we're just not getting enough food. Not that that really matters anyway. It is boss time. So like I said, elites are the only thing. Elites and bosses will be the most things that you won't be able to stun. It is what it is.
Keep hunting, boys.
Not too worried about it. Okay. I want damage and I want projectile to fire. So we'll lock that. And there's damage. Fantastic. Cast frequency, multicasting there. We can get more area of effect because I actually don't think it has enough.
Here we go. Hope you're
And we just need more damage for it as well. Alright, and this fight should go a lot smoother now. And then remember, it's based on how many burn stacks the enemies have. So the fact that we have this massive area of effect, as long as things are alive, we're going to be gaining that insane amount of burn stacks from it. So we'll just read it again. Every time you apply resilience, you have a chance to multiply the stacks. That's actually really good as well. Critical damage and cast frequency is also something to go for. But here we go. Increase critical chance of your fire type skills. So it's just going to be these skills. Per stack of burn on the target. So this is our main damage skill. It's the one that you want the most critical strike chance on anyways. So we're going to grab it at 0.015 crit chance per stack. But I mean, if you get a whole lot of stacks, you're going to get a whole lot of critical strike chance. So it just makes sense to grab it. We now go for Mesa hit to get ourselves exposed on hit. So there's Mesa hit. And then we'll look at going for broken for the shattered.
the promise of a kid. What a great day.
We don't, doesn't really matter. We don't have anything that can be defeated by them, so we'll just do it. It's a quick one. The only thing is they do instantly defeat our dogs, but the dogs do get respawned anyway over time. So it's not the end of the world.
Step closer to the type.
There is no way to see how much critical strike chance we're gaining, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a bummer. It would have been nice to find out a way to see how much crit you actually get. And then there's still so many passives you can look for that you could play with. You could use the Shattered to progress eventually, because your dogs are a source of Shattered, and you could get the Shattered on hit from Broken Player, which like we're going to be doing. So you'd have a source of Shattered to progress, then you'll have more chance to get the progress to Resilience. You could then go Resilience to Purity for healing, which is really nice. There's a whole lot over here, and the fact that you have so much AoE, the healing's going to hit everything, and the more enemies you hit with it, I believe the more you heal, or you have to hit a certain amount of enemies to be able to heal. So it's actually really, really strong, having all this area of effect. But that's what I mean, this is probably going to be like the meta for me for a really long time, just because of how ridiculously strong it is. But yeah, we still, oh my gosh, okay. That critical strike chance is actually really, really bad. So we don't need the area. I want to get crit, but it's just not happening. From now on, every time we see it, we are going to grab it just so we can get to 100%. Of course, we don't need it because we are over 100% crit for all of our skills, and our fire skills do go over 100% regardless. But it does affect our hounds, and it does just help us, because I believe you need a certain... I mean, I'm totally wrong in saying this, but I always feel like if you have more critical strike chance on your skills, there's a higher chance that you're going to find yourself with those critical, burn on crit passives. So there's crit, perfect, nice, beautiful crits over there. Projectile to fire, burn. Still don't see... I still don't see a lot of burn. I mean, like the critical strike chance to burn, I'm not seeing. I haven't seen a lot of multicast on Lava Hell. It's very possible the skill doesn't have, or I just haven't found it, or I'm just skipping over it. But I see damage area and cast frequency. Did I see cast frequency? Yeah, I did. I believe so. We weren't supposed to get the area right away, by the way. I accidentally took it just because it was there. But let's go for damage again. Multicast is also very, very important here. We've got both of them. Beautiful. We did skip a damage there, but it's not the end of the world. We're now on a lot more crit, which is good. Burn to slow, even better. If we can get Disarray now, that's going to be fantastic to the build, because Disarray is multiplicative damage actually, which I don't believe I've actually mentioned to you guys before. So Disarray is actually insanely strong to grab. So let's try and get a slow to Disarray, and then we can go from there. Perfect. This is a damage for fire, multicast, damage to Lava Hull, Incinerate. We do get the damage over there as well. Beautiful. That was our last lock, unfortunately, so no more locking skills, but we do want that insane damage increase over there for our Lava Hell. Oh. 505% increased damage. Okay, make sure it is out of the ground. Get me away from there. Exposed is definitely going to make the fight easier in future. Just a bit difficult to see those, so that is what it is. We did get hit. And we're not going to go Colossal to Brittle. We're going to go Exposed on hit. You could go Colossal on Brittle. It's not really that much of a end of the world kind of thing, but not what we were looking for. Everything's really good over here, but we want to get Shattered, and then we'll do the final fight. It's pretty cool. But the fact that we have like no... it's so bad that we can't like visually see. I mean, look at that. It's crazy. But it looks so cool. It's just those... Okay, so when Camor's arrow lands, it always has like a flashbang. It's just... Oh gosh, I wasn't focused there.
Fragment's mine. Keep shooting.
Skill, multicast, critical damage. I mean, our critical damage is on 850 something, so that's already really, really good. We just need the 100% critical strike chance, which we've got, so it doesn't really matter. As soon as we added exposed on hit into the build, you can see just how much damage we do now, especially to bosses. Beautiful. Movement speed still good. I guess we'll just grab the multicast. Projectile to fire is even better. Still looking for more slow, but we get the damage. Burn. We don't have any more locks, so the fact that we found damage there is perfect. Because we are playing with efficient extraction, you could change it all out for endless refill if you want to have all those locks, but I don't think it's that necessary. Honestly, just to farm materials is always so much better. Okay, more burn, crit, thank you, finally. We should be on a much better amount. Yes, we are. Still not going to see... Ah, slow to disarray, fantastic. Now our damage is just going to... So now, we're just going to swap between going for, well, one, probably laugh, but also the slow to disarrays, not slow to disarray, the disarray on hit, burn on hit, and some HP and things like that. So, let's see. We've only got one more fight to do. What does the game give us? Of course, damage is important here. Damage is important. Burn is important. There's a disarray, so we do actually get some damage. So it's a 2.5% multiplicative damage increase per stack. So insane amounts of damage increase via the disarray. So getting those is huge. And we'll just go for burn there. We don't need the bleed. Going into disarray to bleed and then bleed stacking with Misa hit with the bleed deals percentage damage is actually multiplicative as well. So that's a really strong thing to go for as well if you're thinking of, you know, going further than the 4 bosses or 4 titans and you want to try and push. If you're trying to think of ways to get increased damage, doing Misa hit and stacking the bleed passive is going to help you a lot there. This is very strong as well. It would be exciting to see one day us using that, but we want the shattered on hit first because we're only doing this as a single, I'm going to call it a single cycle, just because we're going up to the Titan, which is now fighting the Titan boss, sorry, and going from there. But the fact that this can quite easily do +5 a Sigil of Wickedness is actually really, really insane. I mean, remember, if we have to do this on Sigil of the Void, this is going to be doing so much more damage.
The King's Sanctum? Alright, time for the final hunt. The spell's breaking, boys. Press on.
Okay, there's a 4 at the bottom there, which is fantastic. Not having to rely on the dogs for shattered is perfect, because now we apply it more. As you can see, our damage is absolutely bonkers. This is crazy. And like a lot of the time you think to yourself, oh, but fire is not really that good of a stacker. But you look at skills like your fiery blades, which is probably still one of the best summons in the game right now, even after their bug fix / nerf. But still very, very strong in the game. And they are fire burn stackings. So the actual negative effect may be not so great, but the skills that stack the negative effect are so strong.
The shield will break. Won't be long now.
Alright. What I'm going to do here is something very silly, and we might actually lose the run, but I thought it'd be funny to do it, and you know, that's more important to me than whether or not I win the run. We're gonna go and activate our area of we're gonna activate our visuals. So we're gonna make it so that we see everything, and we're gonna try and beat the boss that way. What we'll do is if we lose our life, we will immediately turn it down and hopefully be able to salvage the situation from there. But let's see if we can beat the oh, it's a paladin. So let's go paladin. Okay. It didn't work. I mean, maybe it would have, because we were literally right there. So we could have probably defeated it fully with graphics on, but it is what it is. And then over here we would have gone for the damage cost frequency movement. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was actually a really, really enjoyable one. It wasn't the fastest, but remember, we're on +5 without minions with a lava hell new skill that we've never played before. This is my first time doing a build with it, and it was a really enjoyable build. So 3 trillion damage done. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section. I thought it was fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.